Good evening and welcome to the Whaler Guys. I'm Jerry Irwin along with Peter Hindle on this side of the blue line. We survived Thanksgiving after the last intro to our show.
That's right.
How'd you make out, all right?
All right, everything went well. All the facilities were in the right area, and a lot of food. But you just do what you can. As you get older, you don't perform as well as you used to. So it's a lot of turkey, a lot of tryptophan. You got to try and stay awake. Someone throws you a cocktail at you, that's not going to help.
No, that helps. That helps.
Not to stay awake, it doesn't. No.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. No.
All the Redskins were on that night.
They
won 20-10. So
that's right.
I fought back to tryptophan there, or whatever the hell you call it.
Because you tripped over the word.
I tripped over the word.
Tripped over tryptophan.
So last night I was lucky enough to attend the UConn Northeastern game. Northeastern came in number 12 in the nation. There was 28-44 there. Was it 28-44 for the attendance last night?
Oh, 28-55.
Okay.
And Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It's not bad for a Tuesday night. Certainly, when we see the Wolfpack on Wednesday nights, they probably get around the same kind of number, maybe a little bit less. 2,000 or so. So weeknights are tough.
It was great. It was there was energy in the crowd. They knew they were up against a very formidable opponent with Northeastern being ranked number 12 in the nation.
Yeah.
And they got off to a quick start. Johnny Austin, Jesse Schwartz right in on the scoring right away. They were up 3-0 at the end of the first period, and it was great because throughout the game you get some text messages from people in the crowd, and talked to one person, and he said this is the best first period they had all season.
I believe it. I mean, it's clearly their signature win of the season so far. The great part about it is they got over the hump. I mean, they only had a 2-game win streak against Maine and AIC in, I think it was like the second or first week of October. Since then, it's been, loss, win, loss, win. It's been rough. So now they're on a little bit of a hot streak. They beat Vermont 4-1, up in Vermont, and then they beat RIT Saturday, and Lindsay's got a shot here. We're going to show you the first picture now. They played RIT, who they played last year and ended up tying them. You can see in this picture here. This is kind of funny here.
Yeah.
That's number 23. I can barely say his name.
Yeah.
It's Ojen Tekkanen.
Yep.
And he fanned on this shot, which I think I could score on that shot. I'm just going to say, I'm not, hey, just saying, put some wood on it.
Yep.
Or graphite, whatever the kids say these days. But yeah, so they ended up winning that game 2-1. And they had 9 power plays in that game.
Wow.
6 in the first period. RIT basically played a man down. They ended up scoring it. This is a 5-on-3 here, but it was actually Jesse Schwartz who scored the second goal in the first period, and that's all they needed to beat RIT 2-1. And RIT was a team that had a good record. They were 6-4-1 or something along those lines. So that was a good win for them. But you saw
How was the crowd?
The crowd for that game was, I believe it was 3,100, 3,200, something like that around that.
Excellent.
So it's fine. I mean, like I said, we're talking about UConn. They're 24th out of 60 teams. So granted, the attendance has dropped, but, some people think the sky is falling. They're still in the middle. They're an average attendance. If you want to see, there are a lot more teams that are drawing a lot less people than that. And even in the Boston area, because they still are outdrawing, some of the Boston area teams with their attendance. But the newness is worn off. That people are used to UConn being a little under 500, and that kind of wears on you. But now that they got these 3 games winning in a row, we look at their record, overall in Hockey East, and it's not as bad as we thought. Lindsay's got another picture here for you, showing the division. We can see the lineup now. The win last night put them in for sixth place.
Okay.
And that means that if the season ended today, and these are always fun things to say because the season doesn't end today, but if it ended today, they would be in a home playoff game. Believe it or not. I mean, you can see right now, I think it's 9 points they have. You can see Boston College has 16 points.
Yep.
But New Hampshire is right behind them with 7 points, and then a couple other teams. But the good news for them, for UConn, being that they have some opponents that they could beat coming up in the next couple of weeks here. So they got a couple games against UMass Amherst. Then they also got to play Merrimack at some point, and that's another team they could beat.
Yep.
But as you said last night, that was a big win.
Well, what impressed me the most about the whole package last night was you had your first period with the 3 goals.
Right.
The other thing that impressed me was they were outshot 26-14.
Yeah.
And Huska played a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
He was on his game. He is a hot goaltender.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the power play worked. And when they were on the power play, it worked. They got a goal. It was, to me, that when you look at the totality of the game, everything came together for UConn last night.
Yeah.
Northeastern seemed to be dragging. They never could get into that step. UConn defended them well around the net. They just never had a chance to get that rebound off of Huska. The defense was there to sweep it away several times in the crease area.
Wow.
Yeah, you
dicey.
basically were doing the old, whoa, and it wasn't, wow, nice save. It was, holy crap, thank God you got it out of the crease, because it was sitting there for the taking.
Oh, really?
And even after the game, I went down for the press conference, and the Northeastern coach made it crystal clear that they had many second chance opportunities. They just never jumped on them or never had the chance because UConn defense cleared it out of the crease area.
And you saw some NHL pedigree there last night. Now, for
did.
Northeastern, who are the two big NHL stars, children that play on
Well,
Northeastern?
you had the starting goalie that was quickly removed in the second period, and he was replaced by Caden Primu, who is Keith Primu's son from South Jersey. And number 13 is Itu Salani, which is Salani is the father playing Hall of Famer now. Timu Salani, and quick little guy on the ice, number 13 Itu. But never amounted to anything last night. And Caden gave up one goal, and that was Payusov's goal in the third period that kind of really iced the deal for UConn.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. So I think it's Alexander Payusov.
Yes, it is.
He was injured for a while, and that was a little bit of a blow to the Huskies. Now, he played last year and got a few goals. His first goal came in the first game against Alabama Huntsville, if you remember last year. But this season, he took off, and he had 6 goals, and I think it was 8 games. Now he has 7 goals in 9 games. They got him back on the ice, and you saw he scored that 4th goal. Gave him a lot of extra breathing room. I think in the third period they scored that 4th goal to make it 4-1. So that's impressive that he's got 7 goals in 9 games. They need that offensive push.
Really, it was great to see the enthusiasm. They as soon as they got out of the gate, opening faceoff, they were on Northeastern right away. Really controlled the offensive push all through. Obviously, the first period was where all the scoring occurred. The second period, Northeastern came up with a power play goal, and that was the only really counter that they had for the game. But UConn, it was a very impressive game. Again, if you haven't been to a UConn game, you're missing something big. There was, it's so exciting because last night, really, you saw the back and forth, up and down the ice action. There was really no fooling around, setting up the play or that slow, stagnant type of play. It wasn't the traditional kind of chess match. This was back and forth, up and down.
Yeah, and as you said, I mean, getting 4 goals on 14 shots. That's probably not going to happen again.
Never.
You're probably not going to get that kind of.
No, it really isn't because the starting goalie for Northeastern really. I think is Ryan Rusk is his name. He really, it wasn't his fault. They just gave UConn the opportunity. One of them was a beautiful pass from the wing over to Laturnov, right in the slot, and he just popped it right. Got behind the defense and popped it over Rusk, and that was the backbreaker for his early exit.
Three goals on 5 shots.
Coming into the second period, that's when Caden Primu came in to relieve him of his duties.
And he gave up 1 goal on 9 shots. So
they're
probably, they're going to play them again, but they're probably not going to get that kind of luck, getting out that early. But that's how you do it. You get out in front of a team. 3 goals is a great lead to start off your first period.
As much as there was only 14 shots, just like we talked about the last show, you got to throw in the puck on the net, and that's really what they did. They might not have been shots on goal, but they were shot towards the goal. And really, you were looking for the rebound or a deflection, and it was really a good game. I was happy I was able to go. Like you said, 28-55, but they seemed louder than that.
Yeah, and they must have been into it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
they were.
Hey, don't forget, it's the 12th, number 12 team in the country, and this was Coach Kavanaugh's 14th win in 4 years against a nationally ranked team. So, I can think of a couple because I know that, they beat that BC, they beat once, they beat BU. This is over the last 4 years. So 14 wins. Against ranked teams is pretty good because you know that UConn's never been ranked. We know that for sure. And, that's not a bad thing. Lindsay's got another picture. We're going to show you the next couple games at UConn, and this is where they can make up some help here. Now, they got Amherst. They're going to, I believe, Amherst on Friday.
Yep.
And then December 5th, they play Amherst. I think it's a Tuesday.
Yep.
That's at the XL Center. And then they've got the big one, Boston College. That's Saturday, December 8th.
You got Colgate up there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colgate.
Yep, Colgate.
Then Boston College, I think, is after that. But Colgate, that's December 8th.
So you got three. You got 2 in a row there. You got the 5th and the 8th, which is great, because now that we're really starting to see these teams come in, UMass we got to beat. We got to beat them.
Yeah,
they got a home and home.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yep. This is their opportunity to really pick up some steam.
Yeah.
They announced last night ticket sales for January 2nd, and that's going to be a tough game. That's a Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac,
because Quinnipiac's having another great season.
Is that at the XL Center, though?
That's at the XL Center, January 2nd.
Yeah, that'll be a big one.
And the other thing you want to also, they advertised last night that caught my attention is if you get a group of 15 people or more, your seats start at $10.
Wow.
So, go to UConnHuskies.com and take a look at the ticket prices for those games and the group discounts because you can get a good deal if you get a bunch of people together, if it's the guys.
Yeah.
If you want to bring your wives and a bunch of friends get together, go up to the Coliseum Club, have a couple drinks.
Oh, yeah.
And then go see the game. It's nice. When we have a chance to get up to the Coliseum Club, have a beverage, it's nice. It's still, I think, affordable. They don't knock you out too much with the prices. But again, you go up there for a cocktail before the game, come downstairs, watch the game. Because, of course, you have to be in the seats to watch those games. Up there, I can't do that.
No, it's a little too far up
You might
there,
as well watch it on TV.
Yeah. But, I mean, hey, $10 seat, and then you get yourself a big $9 beer, and you're at the game. And you have a beverage for under $20, and that's reasonable. And the hockey's good. I mean, like I said, we were making fun of number 23 there before, who could not get the puck in the net. But yeah, that tends to happen. So, but the point is that it's a national. This is the best hockey division in college, and you're playing nationally ranked teams. It gets them on the front
And you'll never know who you're going to see there because. As we've seen in the past, John Butchergrass shows up. Mike Babcock was there when his son was playing for Merrimack.
Brent Thompson.
Brent Thompson.
The Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
And last night, I did not see Keith Primo there, but his son was there, and Solani's son was there. The Solani's live in California, so it's quite a commute out here.
Yeah, that would be a little bit of a run.
But it's nice to see tomorrow's stars, just like when you talk about the Wolfpack, you're seeing tomorrow's stars today at the XL Center.
Right.
And big news today, the XL Center did get the bonding money for the $40 million.
Yeah, we got a photo of that. Lindsay's got the next photo there.
And they're going to get the $40 million to purchase the atrium and to do the upgrades that need to bring this facility up for what they say is for sale to a private investor.
Yeah.
I still have a gut feeling that there's something else going on. I believe behind the scenes, maybe there's something going on. I just don't see them putting the XL Center up for sale. But that's me. Maybe I'm just denying the fact that we're at the bottom of the barrel and there's not much we can do because of the budget and, we are in the financial problem we're in.
Well, maybe we'll get into the editorial part of the show. I mean, I think it's, to me personally, I think it's a little funny that the Republicans are like, well, we'll put it up for sale. That's how we shouldn't be in the business of taking care of this arena. You put it up for sale. Yeah, my dog poops in the yard, and I could say, hey, we got to get rid of this poop. Let's put it out there on the street and see if someone will buy it. I mean, it's just the XL Center is not something that I can see a big guy coming in and spending a ton of money.
So you don't think that an investor will step in here and buy this facility?
Not as is, no.
But you believe we should put in the money for the $250 million?
Oh, I think it would be great if we did that, and then tried to sell, because then you're selling something, you got something to play with. I mean, you got, hey, we have a brand new spank. Now you're saying, hey, we got rotary phones in the basement. What do you say? You want to buy this arena that has a new ice sheet, and then everything above it is older than most people that are in it, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I just don't buy it. And if you read the article by the Hartford Business Journal that we were showing there, Luke Bronin is skeptical. You know, we've talked to people at the governor's office, and they're like, you know, I am a little skeptical too. So, you know, I just don't see it. I think it almost might be a wake-up call for the Republicans that, you know, they say, hey, you know what, nobody wants to buy this thing. Maybe I'm wrong, someone does, but, you know, you also, if you want to think outside the box, what if someone buys it and says, yeah, I'm going to build apartment complexes and retail or something, and they knock down the XL Center? Then you know what? Then that makes Hartford ultra boring. I mean, ultra boring. You know, I mean, the Bushnell's nice, Hartford Stage nice, but if you don't have a place where you can go to concerts and sporting events,
it doesn't attract 600,000 people a year.
No one's going to attract 600,000. And don't forget, that's a dilapidated kind of building attracted 600,000.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if it was fixed up.
State of an art.
Yeah, because,
then you could really get some other concerts in here, some venues where the performers really would like to perform.
Right.
You know, Dead and Company were in. That was a sellout.
Yeah.
You saw Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
that was a sellout.
That was a good sellout.
The UConn women this Sunday are playing, and I talked to an XL Center official last night, and they already have 13,000 seats sold for that game.
Wow.
So, you know, UConn won handily last night. They beat Nevada by 27.
Yeah, that was
the women's game.
Yeah.
So they're coming in to play at the XL Center Sunday. And for the life of me, I can't remember who, but they have 13,000 seats already sold. So again, for all these naysayers that don't want to put money in the XL Center, that's 13,000 people you wouldn't get for one show.
Yeah.
Then you add in the sellouts for the 2 concerts that came to town this year. Again, you know, it's time to invest in this, and it's a long-term investment.
Sure, and if you're someone sitting in the suburbs, like, I don't go to Hartford, this and that, I get that. You know what? I don't go to the Bushnell. I don't go to elementary schools, but, you know, if you don't take care of them, it's going to be coming out of someone's pocket.
Eventually,
you know,
yes.
if Hartford doesn't get its act together, guess who's going to be bailing out Hartford? The state is, and guess who's paying for that?
All of us.
Johnny Suburbanite there.
Yep, all of us.
Yeah. So that's why we're gung-ho about it. And I know there's cuts to Medicare and there's all kinds of things like that. We're sympathetic to that.
Yes.
But, you know, you can't go backwards on this because, you know, getting 600,000 people downtown pays for a lot of amenities and stuff and businesses. And we've talked to business owners. I mean, we know what we're talking about. We've talked to business owners who said, I'm not going to make it if the XL
isn't a Medicare
closes.
show.
Yeah.
This is not a Medicare
No,
show. We're talking about the XL Center.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we don't deal with the diapers and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
But anyway, so the other big happenings is after we're done tonight, we're going to head over to the XL Center to see the Wolfpack, and they're taking on the 91 rivals, the Springfield Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
So, you know, not UConn, but the Wolfpack are 1 out of 6 in their last 7 games. So hopefully they can turn it around tonight with hopefully a win against Springfield. They are at the bottom, Springfield. So hopefully we can take advantage of that.
At the bottom, tied with the Wolfpack. Yeah.
So hopefully we can inch ahead and turn things around.
Well, they need to do that. Like I said, they've won 1 game out of the last 6. You know, it's the goaltending's been okay. We talked about Georgieva's got a 3.23 goals against average, and Chris Snell's a little above that. I think he was like 3.4, somewhere around there. So that's not so bad. I mean, you want to get it a little bit lower maybe, but you know, overall, one of the glaring things about the stat sheet was only 2 guys that are currently on the roster have a plus next to their name.
That's not good.
+4 and for Chitel, how do you say that name again? And then also
Sintel.
Tambolini there, I think. So.
And Cole Snyder leads the bunch.
Cole Snyder. That's
with
what it
how
was.
many? 15 points.
Yeah, Cole Snyder, who is a former UConn player. He's actually their top scorer right now. He has a lot of assists. But not good enough. The Wolfpack, they're not doing well enough. They're 29th out of 30 teams in attendance, which is bad. They're averaging around 3,300, 3,200 a game. And tonight they're probably bringing less than that. Wednesday nights do not usually bring in 3,000 or 4,000.
You know, middle of the week. You know, and as we get closer to the holidays, it's only going to kind of get worse during the week. But hopefully the weekends will bring in some more people. I know that Chris Lawrence and his crew with Dave Romenko try to get a lot of people in with the group sales. Again, if you need to purchase tickets, you know, you can contact Dave Romenko for the group sales over at the XL Center.
Yeah.
And so before we sign off tonight, we have a T-shirt behind us right over here from Matthew Berry, our social media guru. He goes to UConn, and he is the president of the Blue Line club that focuses on UConn hockey. So, you know, this is the T-shirt. This is the design. He did a great job. They did a good job. And they really, kind of cross-pollinate. We put their stuff on our social media, and they put our stuff on their social media.
And they got a great thing. I think it's Slow Mo Tuesday or Monday, and somebody is taking a little bit of slow mo video behind the goalie.
Yeah.
And boy, it's really cool because one particular one of these slow mo Tuesdays, they have a shot where it comes almost right at the camera.
Really?
It hits the glass, and it's really cool. He's taking a shot at the net, and you're right behind the goalie, and you see the puck coming, and it's like, wow, you know. I mean, it looks really cool when it's in that slow mo. You know. So yeah, Matthew Berry's done a great job. UConn Blue Line is something that people pay attention to, and
and you should follow him on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram. You know, hit up the social media for Matthew Berry, president of the UConn Blue Line Club, and follow him on UConn Blue Line on the social media. And thank you, Matthew, for the T-shirts. We will wear them proudly. And another shout out. You know, we have a lot going on. Peter and I are all over the place. We're going to try to do something for New Year's Eve at First Night. Michael McGarry, working with from Hartford Bloom, is giving us a location that we can set up some Whalers memorabilia. So if you're down there at First Night for the fireworks and the New Year's Eve celebrations, come visit us on Pratt Street, and we'll give you more information as we continue with that process.
And we're looking forward to it. It should be at Woody's, the hot dog joint there, you know. So it'll be a sports bar type atmosphere. But, you know, we're going to bring some memorabilia. Maybe we'll have something to hand out to people. We're thinking we're going to be there from around 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right on Pratt Street. It should be, you know, everybody's going to be, they're going to close the street, I believe.
They're going to be a
after 6 o'clock.
1937 Paris themed street with French music. There'll be live entertainment. We encourage you, if it's warm enough, come out and visit and have a good time downtown Hartford.
We'll have to,
there'll be some discounts, I'm sure, on parking to get people downtown. The other thing is, with all the NHL stuff we talked about vaguely, you know, the Rangers last night had pulled Henrik Lundqvist with 3:31 left in the period, and Florida ended up topping the New York Rangers 5-4. LA Kings and your Las Vegas Golden Knights are tied for first in the Pacific Division.
That's right, 31 points.
That's
still impressive.
The Golden Knights are still.
That's amazing.
They're staying pretty strong.
Especially when they I think they almost needed to recruit goalies. I mean, oh my gosh.
They have a strong club.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So it goes to show you that they like I said this before, the talent level in the NHL may be able to absorb another expansion team if you know if the Golden. I mean, imagine if they make the playoffs in their first year. I mean, you could almost open the door to a Houston expansion or somewhere else.
Well, in other news, Carolina announced today that a Dallas billionaire is looking to purchase the team, of course, with the stipulation of keeping him in Raleigh, North Carolina. So, you know, that's something to watch as that unfolds, because usually it comes unfolding and falls apart.
Hey, buy this team. But you got to keep it in this horrible market that draws worse than the league. I'll sign right up. Oh, and there's a $200 million in the whole thing with it too. Sure. So we'll see how that all pans out. I don't know if he's gotten a look at the books yet.
No. So you know, there's a lot going on. Nashville beat Chicago 3-2. And that was a really good game because they pulled the goalie, and let me tell you, the frenzy around Pekka Rinne was amazing in the last 30 seconds of that game. So we will catch you next time. We are the Whaler guys. You guys are the Brigade. Shout out to the Blue Line up at UConn and Matthew Berry, the president. You guys have a great night, and we'll catch you next time on the Whaler guys. We bleed one nation under green.